Now we are starting new topic of class 11th biology, that is gymnosperms. Here we will study about gymnosperms. Here this is the overview of gymnosperms. Or gymnosperm is form of Greek word gymnos means naked, sperma means seeds. So gymnosperm is meaning that they are having naked seed. Gymnosperms are group of vascular plants. They are having xylem and phloem that reproduce by means of exposed seeds or ovules, means they are not enclosed in ovaries. Seeds are not enclosed in ovaries, that's why they are called naked seed plants. They are phanerogames according to Eckler. They include 83 genera, 12 families and 1080 living species. They are having gymnosperm are having 1080 living species. Characteristics of gymnosperm, see here. Most gymnosperms are evergreen with a small percentage that tend to be dioecious. They are mostly evergreen plants. Most of them are trees, they are woody like redwood tree, and few are shrubs also. Seeds are not borne on flower on the fruits like in angiosperms. They are paraphyletic taxonomically, but they have root system similar to the dicot plants. These are some characteristics of gymnosperms. They are also called spermatophytes. Most possess needle-like leaves, have vascular tissues, trichates in xylem are present in all, and basal elements present only in neophytes, not in all. See the leaf structure of these plants. They are having needle-like leaves. See, pointed leaves they have. They have cone on their reproductive structure. They have cones for reproduction. Stabili are prothallus. Two type of cones they have: pollen cones and ovule cones. They form spores. They may be micro and megaspores. These gymnosperms include the tallest and oldest trees also. Habitat, where they are found. Habitat of gymnosperms. Gymnosperms occupy a large area of the earth's surface. Some are xerophytic, means found in xeric condition, dry conditions. Some live in aquatic regions and concentrated in forest and woods. They can also grow in high altitudes. Lithophytes and plasmophytes. These some advantages of these plants. Seeds include food for developing embryo in and germinating seeds. They provide nourishment to the embryo during dominant stage. Attract seed eating animals which destroy some seeds but distribute others. Seed coat serves as a barrier against bacterial and fungal infection. They have seed coat that is protective in nature. Now, the nutrition, mode of nutrition. Gymnosperms are photosynthetic and symbiotic also. For you can see the roots, they are symbiotic. So, photosynthesis and symbiotic nutrition they have. Now, distinguishing features between angiosperms and gymnosperms. See, pollination. On the point of pollination, gymnosperms rely on the wind and animals for pollination. Angiosperms, but angiosperm rely on the wind and animals, but gymnosperm rely on the wind. So wind pollination is there in gymnosperms. Time interval between pollination and fertilization. See here, in angiosperms it occurs simultaneously, means same time, but in gymnosperms it takes up to 15 plus months before fertilization. Pollen sits within the cone for up to the 15 plus months before fertilization. Now see the double fertilization. In angiosperms, one sperm fertilizes egg, the other combine to form an endosperm. You have seen this angiosperms, the double fertilization, but double fertilization absent in gymnosperms. Fruits. Angiosperms produce fruits. Animals are used to agent for pollination. Gymnosperms without fruits, so they depend on the wind for pollination. One comparison is there in seedless plants, gymnosperms, also some seedless plant and gymnosperms. So sporophyte depend on the gametophyte throughout its life. In gymnosperm, seeds can germinate and grow into a independent sporophyte. This is a difference in seedless plant and gymnosperm. Exosporic development, endosporic development. Homosporous with one type of spore produced by one type of sporangium. They are heterosporous, producing two type of spores, microspores and megaspores. Reproduction in gymnosperms. Gymnosperm were the most abundant, dominant phylum in the Mesozoic era. The life cycle in gymnosperm involved the alternation of generation. Dominant sporophyte in which the female gametophyte and reduced gametophyte resides, means gametophytes are found in the sporophytes. So the dominant stage is sporophyte on which gametophytes are found. The male and female reproductive organs can be formed in cones or strobilized. They have cones for reproductive organs. The male and female sporangia are produces. Male and female sporangia produce there either in the same plant or in the separate plant. So these are the some characteristics about the reproduction. Sporangia are either monoecious or dioecious, means having both the male and female sex organs are on different cones. Diploid sporophyte stays in most of the in the life cycle with a haploid gametophyte in the short-lived, means main plant is sporophyte and long-lived, but for a short period of time gametophyte develop on the sporophyte. Two spore types, mono, microsporous or megaspores, produced in the pollen cone and ovule cone respectively. There are two main modes of fertilization found in gymnosperms. Male gametophyte and female gametophyte, they have. See this now the life cycle. Here you can see this is a main plant, that is sporophyte. On sporophyte, pollen grains and ovule, they are produced. Seed cone and pollen cone. So pollen cone that produce micro sporocyte, and here ovule is produced. So male gamete and female gamete, they are produced, and then meiosis takes place here and they produce microspores and megaspores. The megaspores and microspores, they join together after fertilization, and zygote is formed, and zygote gives rise to a new plant again. So this is the life cycle of gymnosperm here.